You're about to meet the largest mammoth that ever existed. When we talk about prehistoric giants, the name Mammuthus sungari stands out as a true legend. Picture a creature so colossal that its footsteps shook the ground, and its tusks could be seen from a distance, curving like giant white semicircles. This mammoth was the largest in history, surpassing all others in size and weight. Get ready for a journey through the mysteries and fascinating facts of this titan, who once ruled the vast frozen landscapes of the past. The Mammuthus sungari, which inhabited parts of Asia, mainly in China and Siberia, was discovered by scientists who are still trying to understand how an animal of this magnitude survived in such extreme conditions. Its proportions were astonishing. It could reach an incredible 17 feet tall at the shoulders, taller than any elephant or mammoth ever recorded. This true prehistoric monster was nearly as tall as a two-story house. And from head to tail, it stretched over 30 feet long. For comparison, the African elephant, the largest land animal alive today, stands around 10 feet tall and weighs between 13,000 and 15,000 pounds. The Mammuthus sungari, however, weighed an astounding 22,000 to 26,000 pounds, nearly double that. Imagine the sheer strength needed to move such a massive body. Every step this giant took required immense energy and extraordinarily powerful muscles. The idea of 26,000 pounds can be hard to wrap your mind around. To put it into perspective, that's about the weight of 9 modern cars. This mammoth was undoubtedly one of the largest herbivores to ever walk the earth. To support such a colossal weight, the Mammuthus sungari had incredibly strong bones, especially in its legs, capable of bearing tons of pressure. Its bones were dense and massive, yet its skeletal structure was also incredibly efficient, allowing for movements that, for an animal of its size, were surprisingly agile. If anything could overshadow the sheer size of the Mammuthus sungari's body, it would be its tusks. These enormous, curved weapons could reach an astonishing 16 feet in length. They arched forward, like two massive sabers, curving into almost a full semicircle. These tusks were not only impressive but also highly functional. Scientists believe the tusks of Mammuthus sungari served multiple purposes. They were used to dig through ice and snow in search of vegetation and played a critical role in defending against predators like saber-toothed tigers. Additionally, during male dominance battles, the tusks were used as weapons in fierce fights for territory and to attract mates during the breeding season. To carry such a massive body and support the structure of its tusks, the Mammuthus sungari needed incredibly powerful muscles. The muscles in its legs, especially, were like engines, capable of sustaining its massive weight and allowing it to move through icy landscapes. Although not known for its speed, it had more than enough strength to cross difficult terrain and even knock down trees with ease. The strength in its legs and back allowed it to lift up to 4,400 pounds with just one movement, which was useful for knocking over obstacles or defending itself from threats. Despite its clumsy and slow appearance, its muscle power made it an unstoppable force in the frozen tundra. Although the Mammuthus sungari wasn't particularly fast, it could reach speeds of up to 15 miles per hour over short distances. Compared to modern elephants, this was a respectable speed for such a massive animal. However, instead of relying on speed, it used its sheer size and strength as its main defenses. Its movement was slow and steady, and its wide, powerful feet allowed it to navigate rough, icy terrain with relative ease. It spent much of its time wandering across vast areas in search of food, and each step made the ground tremble slightly under its immense weight. Like all mammoths, the Mammuthus sungari was a herbivore and needed vast quantities of food to sustain its enormous body. It fed on grasses, shrubs, leaves, and even small trees. Scientists estimate that it needed to consume around 660 pounds of vegetation every day to meet its caloric needs. This meant it spent much of the day eating, constantly searching for food across the frozen landscapes. What's even more impressive is how it managed to find food in such cold climates. With its tusks, it would dig through the snow and ice to reach the vegetation below, and its trunk was adapted to pull up grass and other plants from the hardest-to-reach places. The tusks of the Mammuthus sungari were not only used for defense and feeding. During mating season, the males would fight fiercely with their tusks to establish dominance and attract females. Like other mammoths, the Mammuthus sungari was adapted to living in extremely cold climates. Its body was covered in a thick layer of long fur, and a layer of fat, which could be up to 4 inches thick, helped to keep it warm in glacial regions. Despite its colossal size and adaptability to the cold, the Mammuthus sungari went extinct around 10,000 years ago, likely due to climate change or overhunting by early humans. Some scientific studies suggest that in addition to hunting, the rapid climate shift at the end of the Ice Age contributed to the species' disappearance. Its closest living relatives are modern elephants, and recent genetic studies are attempting to recreate mammoths through cloning, using DNA preserved in fossils and specimens found in permafrost. If you enjoyed exploring the fascinating world of the Mammuthus sungari and want to keep discovering more prehistoric secrets, make sure to subscribe to the channel. We have videos packed with curiosities and mysteries that will keep you hooked from start to finish. Comment below on what you'd like to see next and which ancient creatures spark your curiosity. Together, let's uncover the greatest mysteries of the Earth.